Well, good morning, folks. Welcome back to Three's End. On the 1st of November, 1984, we held a promotion party at the house, and it was kind of a big deal in those days. My folks were there, my wife's folks were there, and several friends and that I worked for and worked with all showed up, and we all had a good time. But this story actually takes place earlier in the day. My wife, my mom, and her mom all came together and were running errands, shopping and so forth, getting things ready for the party. So they took off around 11:30 or noon or so, and I was left at the house to get things straightened up and put in place, and that was fine. That was great. Dad and I were working together, just talking about this, that, and the other, who knows what. Anyway, I get this phone call. So I walk over, answer the phone, and this guy says, "Hey, is this Lonely Pilot Bob?" Who the hell is this bozo? And I said, "Well, this is Bob." He said, "Well, I just called to say congratulations. Getting promoted is a big deal." He says, "I hope you enjoy your day, sir." And I said, "Well, thank you." I had no clue who it was. So I hung up, went back to the task at hand. I guess we were having barbecue and stuff like that, so I had to get all that prepared. Phone rings again, and I walk over the phone, and this gal's on the other line. She says, "Is this Bob?" And I said, "Well, yes, it is." She says, "Why are you lonely?" And I said, "I am not lonely." She says, "Well, I saw where you were lonely, and it's sad to be lonely on a day you're being promoted." And now I'm starting to think, what in the world's going on? So I said, "Well, ma'am, I can assure you I'm not lonely. Thanks a lot for calling." So I hang up, go back to chores. Phone rings again. "Hey, is this Lonely Pilot Bob?" "Yeah." "Well, congratulations on your promotion, sir. That's a hell of a big deal." He says, "That's all I wanted to do was just to call and tell you that." And I said, "Well, thanks for stopping by." So I hung up the phone. Now I'm starting to get a little perplexed. And a couple more phone calls come. One from some gal that says, "Listen, we're meeting over at the Officers Club about 5 o'clock. Would like to buy you a drink." And I said, "I don't think that's a good idea. Thanks for the invitation, but just don't think that dog's going to hunt. But thanks for calling." And so I started putting some things together. I was getting a bunch of random calls that seemingly were scattered throughout. Even had a couple of Hispanics from downtown. "Hey, is this Bob?" "Yeah," and so forth. And "We're really happy about your promotion." "Well, thank you for calling." "Okay, fine." So I got to thinking, what vehicle would bring all these people together like this? Well, it had to be in a newspaper. So I go out and get the newspaper, the San Antonio Light, and sit down and start thumbing through the classifieds. And on the icon that introduces this video, you'll see a copy of this thing. Now, I'm just going to read it to you. What it says is a little article here, tiny little article. I cut it out and put it on a wooden block, like a frame, years ago. And it says, Thursday, November 1st, 1984. "Oh, beauty." Now, that was an expression I used quite frequently. "Oh, beauty. Lonely Pilot Bob has finally been promoted. Please call and congratulate him anytime, day or night." And it had my phone numbers. They're 659-4080. And that's why I was getting all these damn calls. At any rate, I continued to get calls through the rest of the afternoon and the evening. And it was kind of funny. It was kind of fun. And I knew exactly who did it. There was no doubt in my little military mind. Joe Duragle. So, Joe, I'm still getting a laugh out of this when I come across this plaque. One of the best ones I've ever received. At any rate, I'm not lonely. So, thanks for stopping in, and we'll see you again very shortly.